BNB, we start with 1 hour chart. Just want to give a quick update. And if you refer to our analysis, after we get this correction relative to this, we mentioned if we get any opportunity for buy, we'll take it. We had the opportunity to look for buy from here. And if you refer to my last analysis, we mentioned if you get any flag from here, we'll take the trade. To look for trade from here, the only option was to trade based on 15 minutes. All right. This is where we could look for the next trade. Anyway, for those traders, they get the trade for buy within this one, within this move, either from here or here. Right now, if they want to take out the pro and trading the small profit is good for them. And if they want to keep the trade, at least move their stop loss to break even. Now the question is whether we can look for continuation or we can expect this one turn to a flag in correction relative to this for next drop. Because we mentioned any trade for buy with the breakout of the previous stop, we can look for 628 as a first target, following by 656. All right. But as you can see, the price couldn't break the previous stop. And in this case, we move to daily chart. Based on daily chart, we mentioned we have been looking for buy. The chart in this way as a flat, running flat. That's why I mentioned if you get any reversal, any trade setup for buy, we'll take it. And the targets we have been looking for based on daily chart. The first one is 890, following by 1130. But we need to see the breakout of the 700. Right. That's why I mentioned if you get any opportunity for buy within this range based on lower time frame, we will take that trade. And if I move to forward chart, and the only question is, since the price couldn't break the previous stop, if we want to look for the next trade, we have to wait for the correction here. If we get a trade, we see the continuation. This is the target as a short term we can look for. But if the price couldn't break the previous stop, we can expect this one turn to correction relative to this. And at this point, since if we put our line here, the price couldn't, almost we can refer to the indicator for the divergence. We see we have a divergence here and MACD doesn't show us. That's why we better we wait for the few more hours to confirm whether this is the correction for continuation or we can expect for the price to drop. If you want to look for buy sell, we prefer the price sharply drop following by correction based on lower time frame 1 hour chart before we take the next trade. And if we want to look for buy, we have to get the deeper correction based on 1 hour chart. But what we're explaining at this point is based on forward. And if we move to 1 hour chart right now, if another 2 to 3 hours or even more than that, or approximately around 4 hours, if we see the correction here, then we can look for next trade as a buy. But for buy, at this point, we need to be really careful. We need to see the continuation as a sharp move. If the price continues as corrective, we shouldn't take the trade. All right, because mostly any corrective continuation, we can expect to see, the price to drop. All right. By the way, if we see the drop as a sharp move following by flag, this is where we can look for sell, or this is where we shouldn't take any trade for buy, and we have to see whether the price can retest the previous low or not. Anyway, we have to wait. Mostly we're looking for buy. If we get any opportunity for buy, this is the target as a short term we can look for. And in this case, we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. Thanks.